Hi, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I've talked to you in time past concerning drinking water and what's the best drinking water and how you should treat your water if you want to have purified water, as it were. So, this is a similar video, and I just want to recap for some and maybe add a little bit more information for you, and this is going to perhaps be an introduction to other people. So, first of all, understand this. The water that we have today is not as clean and pure as the water was 500 or 1,000 years ago. It's just simply not. Due to the pollution that we find in our atmosphere and in our soil, for the most part, and all of the chemicals that man uses through modern day production of products, if you will, farming, just industry in general, there are always toxic and chemical waste in the soil, the air, and the water especially. So, with that said, we also have municipal water, or water that is it is used from the sewage, and it is placed into a place where it is treated, and then it is recycled back into our homes as toilet water and as faucet water, both for drinking, cooking, and bathing. This water is not good for us. Ultimately, over a period of time, to continue to ingest this water, it is going to cause all types of illness, and it's a graduation in terms of its developing into illnesses and cancer even, but it's going to happen over time. So our water contains pathogens or living organisms that are not supposed to be there, and it contains literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chemicals, actually thousands. Now, what are we, the biology, that's us, we are human, what are we supposed to do to rid ourselves of these chemicals and these harmful bacteria and living organisms? We have to first of all be aware that it exists, and it does. It's there. You're going to find those people who are going to be the naysayers and say, well, it's the only drinking water we have, and I'm not sick, and they're going to continue to use it. And then you're going to have those people say, well, let's just simply boil it. Okay. You can boil water and kill the pathogens, the living organisms, but you can't kill and destroy the chemicals that's in the water. All you're really doing is boiling the chemicals, and they're still there. Okay? And what chemicals are we talking about? We're talking about glyphosate, Roundup, a pesticide. That's in our water. We're talking about mercury. That's a neurotoxin. Aluminum. That's in there. We're talking about fluoride. That is in our water. And the list just goes on and on and on. And there's arsenic in there as well. Like I said, there's a plethora of chemicals in our drinking water. So, this is what you should do minimally. Purchase yourself a reverse osmosis system for your home. Minimally, get a filtration system that has carbon in it so that you can at least kill most of the living things that's there. And if you want to, as an extra effort, boil your water, then you can do that. But don't forget that the chemicals are still in our water. I would suggest to you to get yourself a mini distiller for your home. Distilled water, I have found, is the easiest, most economical water to drink. It's plain. It has nothing in it. Now, if you want some more information on distilled water, please look it up in your spare time I'm not going to take the time in this particular video to break that down, how that works. But there are no chemicals in distilled water. There are no pathogens in distilled water. Okay, so now, once you have a filter in your home for your drinking water, and you should have one in your bathroom as well, and you should also have a filter on your shower head. So when you take a shower, what happens is that the hot water, when you're taking a hot shower, it opens up your pores on your body. And when your pores are open, don't forget, we are a living organism. Our body absorbs. What is your body absorbing? The chemicals that are in the water through the steam and through the water itself. We're breathing it in through the steam, and we are absorbing it. And it's going into your bloodstream. And eventually it's going to get to your brain. And eventually, God forbid, there are going to be those that are going to end up with Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, or some other form of dementia. Okay? Just to start. Now, I suggest to you again, the best drinking water is distilled water. Okay? Please do some research as to the origin of your distilled water when you purchase it. You can purchase it at a Whole Foods store. Some department stores such as Walmart carry distilled water as well. But check this out. This is a bottled water. This is called Ice Mountain. Really, it's just regular water that you get out of your sink in your home. Municipal water. Some people want to swear by this water. Fiji. They say it's spring water. Is it really? You can do a pH test on these waters also. But it's just regular water. And then some people want to get a little savvy and buy themselves a fruity kind of water. Propel by Gatorade. Now, if this is just fruit water, then it shouldn't have sucralose in it. Did you know that sucralose is an artificial sugar or sweetener, artificial, and it causes cancer? That's in your Propel. And then we want to go with another company that sells clear fruit. Now, this is grape flavor. Do you know what is also in here other than water and grape flavor, artificial flavor? It is also high fructose corn syrup in this water. So, what does Brother Teacher suggest? I suggest that if you want regular water, make sure you get distilled water or purified water. Find out what the source is. Stop drinking bottled water as a rule. I'm not telling you or encouraging you not to drink it at all. Sometimes out of convenience, you might have to drink a bottle or two of water. But don't drink it on a regular basis, especially in the summertime, just because it's quick to get to or it's convenient. Because most of the plastic containers and bottles are made with BPA, bisphenol A. That is a female hormone, estrogen, and it's synthetic. It's not the real thing. Women don't need to be drinking additional estrogen, because in the summer times when those bottles begin to perspire in a hot trunk of your car or sitting out in the sun, that BPA starts to sweat into the water, and guess what? You are drinking estrogen along with your water. Women are going to have complications and even possibly cancer as a result thereof. Men are going to end up having problems as well, because we don't need that extra estrogen in our bodies. We're supposed to be managing our own testosterone, not estrogen. Okay? So, that is why I encourage you to stay away from the bottled waters, because of the bottles sweating or perspiring in the hot temperatures, and then that those chemicals permeating your water, and then you end up consuming it, and then it ends up lodging in your joints and in your cells and so forth, and then you end up with disease. along the way. So stay away from them. I would suggest that you drink out of a stainless steel container or jug. Stainless steel. And I would also suggest, as an alternate, you drink out of a glass bottle or container because it's crystal. It can't perspire and put off chemicals. Those two things. Stay away from aluminum drinking bottles. You know why? They perspire when it gets hot or hot enough as well. And guess what ends up leaching into your water? Aluminum. Heavy metals. We don't need any more synthetic aluminum in our bodies. Now, I'm going to speed up here and then I'm going to be done. So how do you get those things out of your water and out of your body? The chemicals. We can't take those chemicals out of our water that easily. As I said, even with a great filtration system in your home, you're still going to have some residual chemicals in your water. So it is best for us to detox our body on a regular or semi-regular basis. One of the things that you can take to detox the heavy metals out of your body and its tissue is bentonite clay. That's one thing. Please look up my other video about bentonite clay. And the other thing that you can take is charcoal. Activated charcoal. Not the kind that you cook with on Memorial Day. Not that's going to kill you graveyard dead. Not that one. Activated charcoal. These two substances pull all of the heavy metals out of your body, and then you discard it through your urine and your bowel movement. That's what happens. Now, a natural food substance or superfood, chlorella, will do the same thing. And the difference in chlorella and the first two things that I mentioned is that chlorella is actually a health superfood. It is actually food. It is an algae, living organism, full of protein, full of minerals for your body. That's nutrition. So, now, when you sweat or perspire, when you urinate, when you have a bowel movement, you are losing water. Along with that water, you're losing also electrolytes or minerals. You replace those minerals through eating vegetables and fruits. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Now, if you want mineral water, get you some clean distilled water or purified water. Squeeze you a lemon or half a lemon or a lime in your water. And voila, there's your mineral water, which will actually alkalize your body. If you want fruit water, as opposed to buying the chemicals and the potions from your local store, get you the same water, distilled water or purified water that you know is clean. Add you some blueberries, some strawberries, some raspberries, and drink it and eat the fruit along the way. That's your fruit water. That's the way nature would have it. Stop doing all of these other things just simply for convenience when it's actually killing you. This is Brother Teacher. You know I love you. Stay up. Stay wise.